Could you tell me what's the reason behind this event at Ale Fest?
Yeah, the Ale Fest is just an opportunity for us on this side of the river. I've been to a number of these over on St. Louis side to be able to have a tasting of so many different craft beers that are out here in the market today. And we have a lot of our merchants, our members that sell these beers, so this is a great opportunity for some of our citizens in town to taste some of these beers and then go into the markets, into the bars, and purchase some of these beers. So it's a tasting, but yet we have a motive in mind to try to make sure that those folks go and purchase some of these items from our vendors, our members.
So this is your third year hosting the Ale Fest, yes, and you moved different locations. Is there a reason why you moved, or are you just trying to do
what
a
we
different
tried
thing?
to do, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, is we wanted to try to have an event on the west end of Belleville because we do so many events downtown. We wanted to bring things out west. We had it at Target, but it was in a field and it got wet, and we decided to move it at the Scottish Rite, which is just down the street. And then our good friends at Althoff said, this is a wonderful parking lot with great visibility. We'd be happy to share that with you. And I'm an alum, and I said I'd be happy to do that. So we're happy that Althoff allowed us to be on this great parking lot with a lot of traffic out here for us.
What do you want people to get from this event besides knowing the different types of beers out here? What do you want people to give or receive from this event?
We have a number of beer representatives here today, so we have a lot of folks that brew their own beer, so they'll get an idea about what goes into these beers and how it makes them. So they'll bring some knowledge back about how to make beers. They're going to bring a better knowledge about just the particular kinds of beers that they like, and then they can start looking for those at the market to be able to do that. And let's face it, this is a nice opportunity just to bring people together, get to know each other, and have a nice afternoon of fun.
Do you think that putting on different events like this will help bring more people out and more voices to be heard and just more interaction with the community?
I think the Chamber's job is to do that, to be able to bring folks together, to be able to network, to make new friends, make new acquaintances. We're not only about business, we're about the community as well, and I think this helps do both of those.
What is your favorite beer?
Oh, goodness. There is a bourbon barrel-aged stout that's in the VIP section that is just outstanding, but you can't drink more than one glass. And it takes you maybe about an hour to drink it, but with a great cigar, it is wonderful.
Is there anything else you would like our viewers to know about what the Great Belleville Chambers is just trying to bring the community together? Is there anything you want people to know that they may not know or may?
We are just happy to do all the events that we do. We appreciate the participation of not only our businesses but the community members coming out. And all of our dollars go back into trying to bring in more folks into Belleville, more businesses to Belleville, build that tax base, which I think we all want to do, and just make this a better community for everybody.
Do you have any more upcoming events around the corner that you want people to attend?
Our biggest event that we do with our friends at Scott Air Force Base is the Enlisted Dinner on May 14th at Fisher's Restaurant. They can still buy tickets through the Chamber for that. But our big event is the Chili Cook-Off in October on the 3rd and 4th, first weekend of October. So we look forward to having you guys talk more about that event when it comes.
That's my favorite. I love going to Chili Cook-Off. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Yes, we're at 1501 North Belt West, right down from Enterprise.
How long have you been?
3 years.
How long have you been a part of Ale Fest?
This is our second year.
Do you enjoy it?
We do. It's a fun event. People come out and try beer. Our store, we sell a lot of the craft beers that are offered here today.
So it says beer, wine, and gifts. Do you have wine also?
We do. And we have a little bit of liquor also. Not a huge, more bourbons and kind of spirits that you don't find everywhere. But we have probably about 500 bottles of wine. And you can also come in and have beers there or purchase retail to go.
Do you have any other events you guys are a part of besides the Ale Fest coming up?
We have a list of our events here. We have food trucks that come to our location, and we also do beer and wine tastings. And you can follow us on Facebook or our website at www.grapplegrowlers.com.
So how long have you been part of the Ale Fest here?
This is my first year. We joined the Chamber of Commerce about a month ago. We actually custom designed and built this trailer in October, struggled through winter, and really over the last few weeks, we're really just getting it going.
So what do you plan on bringing to the Belleville community as being part of the Ale Fest here?
Classic food with a twist, elevated street food, and fresh ingredients cooked on site. Nothing's prepackaged, nothing's pre-made.
So are you a food truck, or do you have an actual restaurant?
No, I used to have a restaurant, and we decided to go this route, and I retired from truck driving after 30 years. Didn't like retirement, so I went back to L'École Culinaire and got my associate's degree, and voila, this is it.
So what is your favorite dish to cook?
My favorite dish personally is I make a mac and cheese with 3 different cheeses and Italian seasonings. That's my favorite dish.
And your favorite beer?
Not much of a beer drinker. I'm a wine guy.
Ooh, favorite wine.
But I know that's really bad at an Ale Fest not to be a beer drinker. I guess if I had to say for beer, it would be a pale ale. You know, I'm not real big on heavy beers, so.
Do you plan on being part of the Ale Fest in the future?
Every year. I want to be here every year, and I want to bring something new every year.
So, do you have hours, or do you just?
Everywhere. We actually, like I said, we got Scott Air Force Base. We done them yesterday for the first time. On Mondays, we have Park Place Plaza in Swansea. Tuesdays, we have Rural King in Swansea. Wednesdays, we have either GFS or we're at Copper Bend up here in Belleville. We're still working on filling Thursdays. We've actually done Grappa Growlers for their Friday fish fry, and we're working with her to try to start coming in there on Thursdays. And then we kind of save the weekends for weddings and catered events.
Do you have any social media or anything that we can follow you on?
We have a web page, which is seasonscateringandconcession.com, and we also have a Facebook page where I communicate with everybody. The public gives me feedback of what they'd like to see, what they thought about what we did. I let everybody know what the menu is a week ahead of time and where we're going to be.
Second, you probably, I don't know if you're making food right now or just like...
We par cook some things. We have our specialty today is something I created and I've been wanting to do for about 2 months and haven't had the venue to do it because it takes alcohol in the sauce. This is a perfect venue for that. It's a Bloody Mary burger. Everything you get in the drink, you get in the burger, and then the sauce is made with vodka, ketchup, steak sauce, Worcestershire, and celery seasoning. It tastes like you're drinking a Bloody Mary. It's really good. We did a sample yesterday and wanted to make more. And we had to save them for the public.
I understand. Is there anything else you would like the public to know about your food truck and probably where you see yourself in the future and what you want to bring to the Belleville community?
What I want to do is I want to give the other side of the river a run for their money. Everybody thinks food trucks is St. Louis, and it's not. We have a lot of vendors over here that can set up tents and the like. They just don't have the funds for food trucks. Also, some of the bureaucratic red tape is a little hard to cut through on this side of the river, but we're wading through it. Like I said, we're breaking new ground here. They've never had a trailer like this. This is self-contained, fully self-contained. So St. Clair County Health Department is learning right along with us of what we need to do and what we can't do. And I would like to see food trucks on this side of the river grow. We have a lot of great communities that these food trucks can be at. And we always have to go to St. Louis to bring them over. No, Illinois takes care of Illinois. That's the way I feel about it.
I would love to see, I mean, I'm from St. Louis and I know we have Food Truck Friday and I would love to see it over here because I go to school down the street, so it'll be convenient and it's a great way to get the community out and involved and knowing what other foods are out there and stuff like that. So.
Oh, we're starting to get a good following, and like I said, we've only really been extremely busy just for the last 4 weeks. Prior to that time, we were just, it was going through winter. We bought it, we had it custom built and designed in October, so we had to struggle through winter. Now we're recovering from that struggle, and the accounts are coming, the phone calls are coming, and the name is starting to get out there. And it's synonymous with great food.
Thank you for your interview.
Thank you.
Family business. We've been in Belleville for 6 years. We're on 609 South Illinois. Got great smoked barbecue, ribs, brisket, pork steaks, pulled pork, chicken, turkey, just about anything you could possibly want. Come down and see us.
So what made you want to be a part of the Ale Fest this year?
Real good friends with the Belleville Chamber. They do such a great job of bringing people in downtown Belleville and the Belleville area, and we just wanted to be a part of the community.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
This is the third year for it, and we've had 3 different locations. The first one was at Buffalo Wild Wings, second year was at Scottish Rite, and this is the first year here.
And what do you plan? What is the event for?
The event is really just to have another event more on the west end of Belleville. We have a lot of things downtown, but truthfully there's not a lot of events that happen on the west end, so it's kind of a different event to get more of the community from the west end together.
Do you think that you will host more events on the west end just to bring a bigger community out and get their voices to be heard?
Absolutely, especially if we see more people getting involved. I think it'd be a lot easier to throw a few more events down here.
So what is your favorite beer?
I like the lighter summer shandies with a little lemon in them that are cool and refreshing. The big stouts are not good for me.
So I know that Belleville has a history of beers, craft beers, and breweries. Is there a reason behind kind of doing the Ale Fest, or you just wanted to do something fun, something that will get people out?
Well, I think a lot of the events people think are a drink fest in Belleville, which the craft beers are more of like wine connoisseurs have their own thing. I think you don't realize how many people really are into different flavors of beers. So I think it's a good event to get together those people that truthfully don't have, a lot of the events have just like the regular beers, so this is a way to get those guys involved.
Do you think that putting on events like this will help companies in Belleville and just bring more people in and, like you said, get them to taste different kind of beers they're not exposed to?
Yeah, I do. And, we have 2 of the food vendors here are both located in Belleville. So I think that gets their business out there and gets them known. And then also gets more people involved in the chamber.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I don't think so. I just think everybody should come every year to this. It ends up always a fear of rain, but always ends up clear and sunny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.